Soul Garden.
Are you tired of being codependent? Have you ever wondered why you're always cheating? Why do you have to always mother everyone you date?
I understand.
The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Are you ready to find out the truth? Yes. In just one video, you'll understand what you're looking for in love and what you offer. You send us your date of birth, we send you a custom video that's all about you. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out your birthday secrets today, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com. Hello, Your Honor, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. My name is Christopher Witecki, your host. Well, we are moving and blazing through 2012. The universe is just, time and space seem to be really folding, do they not? Things have moved back really quickly. We're now in Chapter 2 of Sun in Aquarius, and the Librans this month are working on their inner child and their heart chakra. Could be some fun stuff. But before I say that, you know, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so we thought we would give a little present to our viewers and run a special for secretsofbirthdays.com. Right now, if you buy yourself a love report, which is a customized video report about you, we'll give you a love interest report for free. And I say love interest, meaning all you need is their date of birth. So if this is someone you have a crush on, you can get it for free. Go ahead and find out if it's going to work now instead of obsessing and stalking them for the rest of the year. Also, I'm happy to announce the Guardian Agency has launched. We're out of beta. We have our full services. If you subscribed last week, you should be receiving a text, maybe even right now. That'd be cool if I could blink and make it text. I want to do. We're going to work on that technology. But also, you'll be finding out through the program that we've written all this in. This is a way for me to personally watch over clients. I take your date of birth and I can watch over a big, large group of people more personally. So if you want to know more, go to gatext.me and take you straight there. And the mothership, I want to invite you on down to the mothership. You know, we've got a little community of remarkable souls living their brightest at soulgarden.me. And even more importantly, we've got a community that targets you. That's right. The Librans, the wishy-washy back and forth Librans. It's at soulgarden.me/Libra. We even have a writer who's a Libra, who's going through the Saturn transit, named Diane, and she's constantly out there looking for remedies and looking for ways for Librans to find justice and peace within themselves. So come meet Diane. Come on down and hang out with the other lightworkers. All right, so where does that bring us? Well, we last week were working on inner child issues. The Librans are working on the connection to the heart chakra. This is a very big deal. In fact, this is probably going to be the transit that puts you in the right direction or not in the right direction for this entire year, I'm afraid, because the heart is where it's all at, man. The heart chakra is the king or queen of our soul. The heart is the center of our entire being, just like the sun, which rules the heart, is the center of the solar system. Our heart is supposed to be the center of everything we do. So the more in tune you are with your heart, the more in tune you are with who you are, what you love, and your spiritual mission. It's 3 for the price of 1. Now, last week in Chapter 1, you were hopefully identifying aspects of your life that interfere with you to connect to your heart chakra. This relationship, I'm not really in love. Or this job, I'm not really having fun with that. I'm not creative. Or my life is not adventurous enough. Are you in touch with your inner child or not? And anything that broke down the first 10 days likely were tied to aspects that hold you back from inner child stuff. Could have been some replay of your inner child and whatnot. On Monday, we move into Chapter 2 of Sun in Aquarius. In fact, on Monday, there's no ruling planet, but you're probably feeling very sensitive and vulnerable. You're going to be holding space for what your inner child wants. So you're open with your inner child up here and your inner child energy up here. But at the same time, emotions are in Taurus and cross Jupiter. Now, Jupiter in Taurus is pushing Librans to maybe expand their definition of where boundaries should be. You've been operating on very limited boundary consciousness, and Jupiter started last summer to kind of rattle this cage, and now it's come to rattle again. It's time to get comfortable in a hotter hot tub or a colder pool or a different situation that is not what you're used to, but actually may operate differently. So if you have the huge heebie-jeebies on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, especially with Jupiter, you are probably resisting changing some of your comfort zones, and it is your resistance that's causing anxiety, not the universe. Makes sense? Capiche? All right, we'll be talking more of that with GA. Also, check out how Jupiter is trining Pluto. All right. Jupiter is saying, all right, time for Librans to expand their trust and intimacy. It's time to trust. Why can't you trust? We'll fix it. Now you need to trust. But Pluto means, hey, by changing your boundaries, what does it mean? It means you're going to transform the way you self-nurture. It means you're going to step away from your childhood. Changing your boundaries is stepping away from the way you were raised, says Pluto. So expect it, says Witecki. All right, that's a good kickoff of the week. On Tuesday, it's a healing day, actually. The moon does keep emotional focus on trust and intimacy, so Librans are kind of always checking the locks and worried about where things might be. But the sun is at a vibration where your inner child can come to some sort of harmony, you can come to some sort of peace, and you can feel a lot better from it. That's a good thing. I also want to point out this cool trine right here. Neptune, which is at 29 degrees. So Neptune, despite your connection to inner child, it's not like you don't know what would bring you joy. You know, there are clients I have that don't know what would bring them joy. Librans know what would bring them joy. Do you know why? Because Neptune's been a little birdie whispering the truth in your ear for several years. But Neptune's going to leave now, and you're going to have to own it on your own. That's all about what this transit's about. But Neptune is trining what? Saturn, 29 degrees, in your house of ego. What does that mean? That means as Saturn retrogrades here in the next week, in other words, you're going to stop with ego construction, you're going to backpedal through the spring with the Libra 2.0 energy you've been working on for so long. But part of the secret of backpedaling is what? The inner child. Make sure this last little touches you put on your ego have the opinion of your inner child. Remember, the inner child is the center of our solar system. So this is an interesting try. We'll be talking more about it. On Wednesday is kind of a different spin of a day. Now, Wednesday is going to be an amped up day. The moon is still making you feel vulnerable in Taurus, but it's going to transition into Libra, so by the latter half of the day, you'll feel less vulnerable. You'll be more in your head. You'll get to think about things, which is where you Libras like it. Let's just think about it. Let's not feel it. Let's just think about it. So that's good. The other thing, too, to note is that it's a Jupiter day, so it's about exploring. Let your inner child explore. It's a great day to go play. It's a great day to play with different colors. It's a great day to explore your creative options. You want to go ahead and get out there and explore. It is what this month is about, right? Inner child, creativity, what the heart wants. So Wednesday is a day of exploring. What's interesting is this Venus-Mars opposition comes to a head on Wednesday. This is a big deal. Now, Mars is retrograde, right? Mars, our masculine aggressive energy that pushes us to move forward and pushes us to do things, has said stop. Stop with all that pushing. Now, where's it been pushing? It's been pushing Librans to hack weeds, right? Face your fears, kill your weeds. Like a machete, you've been going through and getting rid of old fears and old hang-ups. And you've had this courageous Martian energy pushing and helping you face the boogeyman. Well, Mars is now retrograded, which means the universe is like, okay, enough with the clearing. But Venus is going to pass now and have breakthrough in Pisces. Where's that? Your daily reality. So what this says to me is, in a nutshell, it's time to quit fighting the boogeyman, and it's time to start receiving in the moment, start living in the moment, bring your peace in the moment, focus on peace in the moment, stop fighting boogeymen until further notice. Now, here's where the GA agency is really cool. For those of you who are watched over by me in GA, I've instructed the agency to send out 2 personal Witexts on Wednesday. Personal Witexts go back to your date of birth. This is why I built this whole agency, so I can be on top of you. The first is Mars. So going back to your date of birth, I did research and found out what does it take for your ego to surrender, for your ego to surrender, not just any old Libran out there. And then your home planet Venus, I do some research on what does it take you to receive. We all have like a little button that has to be pushed that goes beyond our sun sign. That's what GA is about. That's what we'll be helping you with on Wednesday. I hope it helps. On Thursday, things actually shift into some breakdown. So your inner child might want to throw a temper tantrum. Something may not work for you on Thursday. It may be a creative project or a love interest or someone you had a crush on. Something you were hoping would be the solution might not be the solution. That's not a problem. The universe has your back. It's trying to get you to the ultimate solution. Only if you hold on to what's not working will it be painful, but there will be certainly breakdown with Uranus ruling the day. Now the moon is well into Gemini, so you're being very philosophical. This is certainly a lesson. Your belief structure is being upgraded to some degree. You're able to kind of keep it in the intellectual and not take it so much to heart, but probably something breaking down, not so much fun on Thursday. On Friday, the universe is going to bless us with a soul pyramid in Gemini, triggered from Gemini in air. Now, as an air sign, this ought to feel pretty damn good, let me tell you. On the one hand, we have the 2 components I already talked about. You have Neptune here and Saturn here. Saturn in ego, Neptune with inner child. So your ego and inner child are talking a whole bunch, but who do they talk to? Your belief structure. So somehow you get it, you learn it. Your emotions maybe let go of a stubborn belief, maybe you try a new belief, but an emotional belief structure shift, I think, allows you to accept these two planets work. And it's so funny because next week Neptune goes into Pisces, Saturn retrogrades. This magical moment is over between these two planets. So funny how the ballet of astrology works. So compelling day on Friday. Now, another thing on Friday, we've got a new show I want to pitch real quickly called SG Live. Instead of creating more content that just sits on YouTube forever and slowly decays, we thought we'd make a new live show. It's 90 minutes on Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, and that is 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so let your boss pay for it. It is webcam radio, which is something we've kind of invented, and it'll be live. We're taking calls, we're talking to viewers, I've got guests on. It's really groovy, and it's where SG's people hang out. So come on down if you want. We'll send out a text to GA to remind you, and that is at soulgarden.me/live. Hope to hear you or see you there. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on with that. Then lastly, over the weekend, it's kind of funny, the moon moves into Cancer, which is going to shift your emotions into career. So although it's a weekend, your emotions are going to shift to legacy, control. Where am I going in my life? Is everything working out in my life? So emotions shift to career. And if you are working, well then maybe emotions just kind of harbor around legacy. Don't forget, legacy does include children if you have children. At the same time, the sun is just processing. So it's a weekend of reflecting. What do I really want? What is my inner child? Have we learned? Etc. We'll be wrapping up this chapter in the next horoscope. And I just want to point out Jupiter here. Jupiter moves to 3 degrees over the weekend. What that means is, every time you try new comfort zones, every time you try to trust differently, you will be rewarded. In fact, Jupiter tends to point to the only thing holding back universe helping you is probably your own boundaries somewhere. So look to the boundaries, because that's where the fortune will come, says Jupiter. All right, Your Honor, that's all I have for this week. I'll either text you within the next hour for you're watched over by me and GA, or I'll see you in 7 days. Either way, live, love, be.